All right, and we're back for part 3 of episode 2, and we will resume that right now.
Oh, man, finally. Feels so good to be outside. Reminds me of the cabin. Right? Ow! Ow!
Oh! Oh, oh, oh!
Watch out for the pack.
I don't feel like they're being that loud. Got a big, wide open space here. It's fine. I know that, like, one of the rules is be quiet, but come on. They're on their own property. They're not bothering anybody.
This place is actually kind of nice. Wonder what it's like in the summer.
So it has been a long time, but I have a very, very vague memory of Captain Spirit.
Check it out.
Where he interacted or saw a couple kids next door.
So that's the treehouse Stephen helped out with. Pretty awesome.
But I very sincerely do not remember, like, anything beyond that. Anything beyond the fact that it happened.
We stopped our training session since we got here, so... Sucks. Get ready for storage wars.
What's wrong?
Frozen shut. Of course.
Sean, look. Did you see that?
See what? We just got here. Are you okay?
Yeah. I didn't see anything either.
Oh, okay. I just fell down into the snow. Dad says I'm kind of clumsy.
That's an awesome costume. Who's your favorite superhero? I love
Power Bear. Oh, man! I have the Mega Power Bear. You should check it out.
Dude, that's so cool.
Chris, oh God. Look, I am so sorry. Are you okay?
Dad, I'm fine. I promise.
Are you sure? Listen, I shouldn't... Do you know them?
It's okay, Dad. They're cool. He loves superheroes, even Power Bear.
Ah, gotcha. Hey there. Are you staying with the Reynolds?
Oh, yeah. They're our grandparents.
I see. Oh, geez, Chris. You don't have any damn shoes on. I'm sorry, buddy. Let's get you inside.
Yeah. Okay, Dad.
Thanks, guys. Oh, and, if Claire asks, tell her everything is fine.
Sure. No problem.
Cool. See you around, then.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Yes, we will.
Daniel, did you forget everything about the rules already?
Sorry, Sean. Did you want me to let him fall? Really?
No, he did good. He did good.
No, you did the right thing. But listen, we can't let anybody know. We have to keep a low profile out here.
He's like my age. I bet you would have done the same exact thing. Don't be mad.
I'm not mad, dude. It's over. Daniel, remember that we're hiding out. So no training and no showing off your power. From now on, you stick with me all the time, okay?
No showing off for sure, but he... So I am now remembering how Captain Spirit ended, and it ends on that cliffhanger, and that's where you see the two kids. I was like, boy, this seems familiar, and yeah, now as soon as it happened, I was like, oh, right. Also, did I run Chris around outside in the snow without his shoes?
Fuck. That kid never listens.
I thought I found every part of his costume, and like we fought the washing machine monster? Or was it the furnace monster?
Daniel didn't give a shit about what I told him yesterday.
Okay, but he spelled neighbor pretty well. Right. Oh, look.
Okay. Time to get Daniel at the Ericksons.
So I guess now we have to open up. In retrospect, I probably should have thought about this at the beginning when it first came up. Yeah, if you have not played the free...
Claire? Steven? Anybody home?
Adventures of Captain Spirit, you absolutely should do that.
Well,
it's free.
Looks like I'm home alone.
And it also seems to be relevant to this, and especially in this episode, it doesn't seem like we're going to even try to avoid...
Oh, right. Sunday morning. Claire and Steven must be at church.
Oh, awesome. They didn't make us go to church with them? A +5 for them.
Dude, move your ass. Who knows what Daniel's doing over there? Well, I guess they won't be back for at least 2 hours.
We let you sleep in today while we're at church. Back by noon for lunch. See you in a bit. Love, Grandma and Grandpa. P.S. The Christmas tree is perfect. Good job, kids. P.S.S. Thank you for tidying up a bit. Okay,
Maybe
awesome.
I could use Steven's laptop?
No.
It's been ages since I've had news from the real world.
Okay, so I am overriding what my character plainly wants to do what I think is really important, which is to not do that. Also, does Steven know how to check his browsing history? I don't know. Does Steven, Sean know how to clear off out any new...
Maybe I could use the phone while they're away.
Nope.
It's been more than a month since I ditched my phone. Maybe the police stopped tracking us.
Okay, so I can speak from the perspective of, like, having been a teenager once in my life. I am 100% sure that if I were in Sean's position, I would do dangerous and unwise things, and I am simply not going to allow him to do that. So we'll move right along.
We had a good time decorating the tree together last night. Daniel loved it.
Also, what the hell happened here? Oh, wait, the letters are there? They're just... white? That's weird. I feel like it didn't look like this just yesterday. Oh, whatever. Oh,
Okay. Let's get this brat back home now.
sorry, and now I can't remember if I said this. Maybe it wasn't a washing machine monster, maybe it was the furnace monster. But, like, Chris's adventure was brimming with imagination, and I really enjoyed it.
Why does Daniel never listen? Maybe I'm too soft with him.
I came out of that believing that Chris was probably going to be the... Look at how it's unshoveled. And one of the reasons that I'm touching on this is that...
Single dad family. Way too close to home.
Is that... maybe I'm metagaming. Is it metagaming to say that we know a lot more about Chris and his dad than the characters do? Which was one of the reasons why when the options came up to...
Steven and Claire are gonna freak if they realize he went to the Ericksons.
Is he really? Shit, let me go around front first. Can we knock?
Daniel, what's going on here?
Sean! Wait! Don't freak out. I can explain.
Let me tell him. Sean, I know it sounds crazy, but I have a superpower. You saw me yesterday. I know you did. I was flying. I can move things, objects, with my mind.
Oh, a superpower. Really?
Yes.
What is irresponsible? What is irresponsible?
Great. And you don't realize what that implies? Everyone can see you from the outside. You could get in real trouble. This is dangerous. Do you understand?
Yes, we hear you. We promise to be careful.
This is just our secret, okay? Nobody can find out I'm the real Captain Spirit.
And nobody will. Ever.
Now you're an official member of the Spirit Squad. If you betray us, I'll disintegrate you. Nah, just kidding. Oh yeah, we need a... team signal.
Totally! I'm gonna be Super Wolf. What's your super name, Sean?
I don't know. How about...
How about the Silver Runner? Cool? Cool, right?
Not bad. That's true, you're a great runner.
Okay, guys, I think we're ready to roll. Excuse me. Who are you?
I'm Sean.
Oh, yeah, sorry, man. You're here for Daniel. Hey, let's make it official. I'm Charles Erickson.
Nice to meet you.
Hope you know that Daniel and Chris are a dangerous team. We better watch out, or they're gonna take over the world.
Yeah, they share a lot of things. As thick as thieves.
Can we go get the Christmas tree now? We're both ready to fly.
Yes. The team has been waiting too long. Hey, you should come along too. There's nothing going on over here.
Yes! Can't wait to see all the decorations. And Sean, we could buy Christmas presents for Grandma and Grandpa.
Okay, sure. I'll go with you guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish Chris and Daniel were excited about going. Okay, team, give me a time out to clean up the back seat. I'll honk when I'm done.
Ooh, can I use the bathroom?
Of course. Oh, you'll see my comic books. I'm glad you're coming too. Hey, you want to see my toys?
Oh, score! The new hot dog man?
Since you're a new member of the team, you have to know everybody. These are Captain Spirit's friends and his enemies.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
Can you guess who are the good guys and the villains?
Let's see.
Boy, if this is something that I'm supposed to remember from the game, I do not. But that looks like Super Bear, so, or like, what was the name? Ultra Bear? So he's gonna be a hero, right?
closely.
Dino. The car. I was thinking this warrior guy's a villain.
Okay.
Insectoid was a villain. The pirate was a... I feel
Careful.
like...
It may be tricky.
Hero. Because dinosaurs are cool, right? And then this bear is a villain.
The bad guys, the good guys. Not that easy, right?
I think that's it. I think we got it.
Okay. How did I do?
You're not a very good observer.
Crap.
Okay, let me introduce them to you. This is Team Spirit, the good guys. There's the Forest Warrior, Power Bear, Marty Rex, and Sky Pirate.
So, who are the bad guys?
That's Noctarius and the Shark Stinger. There's also Snowmancer, but he's out in the garden. But they're all working for Mantroid, who is the real supervillain. You should see his evil planet.
Why doesn't Captain Spirit stop him?
He tried, but failed. That's why he needs Super Wolf. You know, Daniel, to prevent Mantroid from hurting other people.
Yeah. Strength in numbers. Sounds like Mantroid is in trouble.
Just wait until he sees what Captain Spirit can do now.
Yeah. About that.
I don't know.
Does your dad know about any of this? Did he see something yesterday?
No, he didn't see anything, and the power didn't work yesterday. After I fell. Must have been too tired.
Okay. Good. I mean, he could be pretty disturbed if he knew.
I'm definitely not telling Dad. I don't want to freak him out. He's worried about other stuff anyway.
Well, your dad is cool. He totally hooked you up with that treehouse.
Yeah, he let Steven build it for me. It's my flying fortress.
Oh, yeah. I saw that drawing you made of him. With that badass blazing sword.
I made it to thank him for making the treehouse. Well, Captain Spirit had to help him, of course.
Obviously. All hail Captain Spirit, the first and only carpenter vigilante. There's the signal. Come on, Daniel.
Hey! Pro tip. Don't go in there.
Yeah.
Okay, squad. Let's roll.
God, I remember spending...
You need my jacket? I don't want you catching another cold.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
And don't be waving your arms around when I'm driving, okay?
Yeah. Remember, Daniel, don't mess around.
All right. Jeez.
Our Captain Spirit...
Thanks for clearing the snow from the porch.
Hold on.
You're awesome.
You're welcome, Dad.
Captain Spirit playthrough is on the channel. It's in the collection. It's only one video. I think it's the only collection that we ever put up that was just a single video, because the whole Adventures of Captain Spirit playthrough was just over 2 hours. But in my memory, it was impactful. I thought it did really, really well at sort of setting a tone and setting up a new sort of environment and mystery, and I feel bad that I've forgotten how it ended until I played this, but man, did it come snapping back. And just that environment, being in that space again, and now hanging out with Chris and his dad is very, very evocative. I'm constantly second-guessing the decision to come with them, though, because wasn't one of the rules, keep your head down, don't leave the property? I guess I was lured by the promise of being able to buy
Okay,
gifts for
buddy,
Grandma and Grandpa.
You ready?
Yeah.
You want to sort of forge that relationship.
Hey!
You guys go ahead and we'll come back to meet you, okay? Brothers meeting.
Sure.
But-
Don't get lost.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing? I can't believe it. How many times do we have to keep going over the rules?
Don't show the power. I know. But Chris thinks he can do all this cool stuff. I wish he could. He reminds me of Noah. I just miss having friends, Sean.
You can have friends without powers. Wait, protect... Okay, so stop lying to Chris implies tell the truth about what you can do, and I don't want to do that.
Listen, I understand, but we have to be extra careful out here. You can't let people see you. You know the rules.
Yes, I know the rules. But I'm careful. I only do things when it's me and Chris. Nobody sees us.
It's not careful.
Yeah, nobody but me. What if it was Chris's dad? Or grandma? Or a cop? Or...
Okay. I get it. But I'm careful.
That's not enough. You have to be extra careful.
All right. I swear I will.
Deal. I'm counting on you, Anano.
Can I go see Chris now?
Yeah, let's go. But don't forget what I said.
Wow. So many trees. Ugh. They look like giant cocoons.
How can they sell so many trees in such a small town?
I bet
I just wonder
Dad
how they
didn't know
can
about this.
grow so many trees.
Sean?
Like,
Don't worry. I'll be around.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. I'll tell you later. So, what do we do?
We have to pick the one we like. Can Daniel help, Dad?
Of course he can.
Awesome. Come on, no time to lose.
Okay, just pick the one you like and come get me. Deal?
Deal.
I've never been on such a dangerous mission.
Jeez. Daniel Snowman wasn't that creepy after all.
We'll have to tame the one we want.
I think Daniel Snowman wins the tag team creepy match.
What about this one?
Looks like someone went nuts over these blocks.
Too thin.
You're right. We
Find Daniel a Christmas present. Oh, really?
strong
Okay.
tree to protect our base from evil elves.
Better stay away from him. So, I feel like, John is starting to shiver a little bit.
I wonder what will happen to the trees no one buys.
So, I'm concerned that there might be, again, sort of a subtle little, like, hurry up and do it.
Dear Santa, we've been good kids this year. Please explain this hot mess.
Sure.
Is that a yo-yo? Daniel had one back home. Bet he'd love this.
We are absolutely not stealing it.
This is so different from Seattle. Don't know if I can get used to it.
We've got like $9. We can afford to buy a yo-yo.
Claire and Steven definitely have a kink for Christmas. Bet they like these.
However, yeah, I've got $9. I cannot buy a Christmas wreath. Even if there is an invisible timer, I will not give up any opportunity to draw. I think this is hold to observe. I'm doing my best.
I've looked enough. Time to draw now.
Hold to observe. There we go. These really have to be centered for it to work.
Cool. I think I'm ready to draw this. This place is nice. Pretty good. But I can add more details if I want. Time to take the pen, dude.
I cannot imagine somebody, like, getting to, like, the sketch phase and be like, nah, I don't really need to add more details. I don't want.
Okay, got it.
What are you drawing? Whoa, it's so cool. Are you like a professional?
Nah, more like the opposite.
You could draw comic books. The awesome adventures of Captain Spirit and Superwolf.
Pretty rad for Hollywood, man. Yeah. I'll think about it.
Hey, can you add something funny to your drawing?
Funny? Like what?
I don't know. Something cool.
Okay. Big question. Zombies or UFO?
Well, Daniel likes zombies. I know Daniel likes zombies, but the spaceship is cooler. Oh, he did get the spaceship toy, didn't he? Yeah, spaceship.
What about a giant spaceship flying over Beaver Creek?
Oh, where is it?
Time to take the pen, dude.
I like it already.
I hope I can draw like you one day.
I'm sure you will, man.
I also would like to be able to draw like him one day. I'm not sure that's going to happen short of some sort of memory engram transplant.
Too bad we can't come and see. Maybe we'll get some leftover pies and eggnog, at least.
Oh. Face in hole panel.
Whoa. The guy who painted that, he must have been seriously high.
I am bummed out that I don't think that we'll be allowed to listen to this.
It's me,
Oh,
you've
yeah.
come to take my due.
Oh, I'm so disappointed that I can't let this ride.
I could not see
Oh, man.
I were you or me. We played a game of skill.
So I'm gonna have to walk away from this. I'm sure this would be available on the soundtrack, but rather than me... Oh, actually, I cannot exit out of it. Oh, yes, I can. I think he just walked away. Yes. So, hopefully someday copyright laws and stuff will allow us to enjoy material like that.
I think Daniel has enough broken toys.
Presented in the environment that it's intended for and used to set the mood in here, and the systems will understand that we're not trying to rip that off. We want to hear what the performer did and enjoy their work, but we're just not in that place right now.
I miss Dad's Christmas at all.
Never really enjoyed a cider. Cookies I like.
Ugh.
We only sell handmade
It's
local
weird to have all
products.
this food
Come
around
take a
after a
look.
month of ravioli diet. Hey. Hi.
Good morning, young man. It's nice to see a new face in this old town.
Thanks. It's a super cool market you got here.
Small towns are the best for Christmas. Who are you staying with?
I'm not saying the Ericksons, At a motel or the Reynolds? At a motel or the Reynolds? At a motel, because it's a small town, and otherwise he might say to the Reynolds, "Oh, I heard you had some guests over."
We're just passing through, so, at a motel.
Well, I saw you speaking with Charles, so I thought.
Oh, we're not related. My brother Daniel's friends with Chris.
Gotcha. I like his son. Funny little guy, despite everything. Anyway, welcome to Beaver Creek. If you need anything, just holler.
I don't even think we're supposed to be
You'll
here.
all find better deals in Beaver Creek.
So start.
Holy shit.
Okay, I guess these people are just also gonna, like, pick a gift.
Funny how all small towns always sell the same handcrafted crap.
Yeah, so I've got $9. So
We
the
only sell
snowman
handmade local
seems pretty
products.
lame.
Come take a look.
The sitting bear is cool enough that hopefully Daniel would like it. I don't know. And I don't know that Daniel would care about the wooden beaver. I think the wooden beaver is cool, but I'm not sure that he would think that. Oh, and also I can't afford it. So what am I even saying? Yeah, let's grab the sitting bear. Okay, and now pay.
Hey, can I get one of these bears?
Sure. Our best seller this year.
Cool. Here you go.
Thanks. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Have a nice day then.
Yeah, you too. Thanks. Cool. Mission accomplished. We better leave now, before Claire and Steven come back. Hi, everybody. We're taking a year off to run away from cops. Daniel has got telekinesis now. Hope you're doing well. Hi. This is a nice collection.
Why, thank you. I make them all myself.
Whoa. Must be a lot of work.
Definitely too much for the money they get me, yes.
Do you have another job?
Obviously. Wouldn't last a month if I relied on handcrafts to make a living. The mall has ruined every single shop in town. Can't do anything about it, and people seem surprised unemployment is going through the roof.
I know. Sucks. But we can't do anything about it. Right?
I like to think there's always a solution, however frustrating that thought can be. Anyway, you've got better things to do than listening to an old lady ranting about capitalism, right?
It's cool. Don't worry.
Well, thanks for hearing me out anyway. You have a nice day.
I should probably really not be like introducing
Quiet
myself all
morning.
around.
Nope. I don't want to look shady behind those counters. Man, it would have been so cool to have one of these before coming here.
Okay, and that is a thorough look at that
Found what
area.
you were looking for, city boy?
Yeah. Something for my little brother.
You bought your brother something out here. Damn. Poor kid. Sorry. I'm just a grumpy old gal. Me and my friends have been crashing here for the week. Nobody gives a shit about us. Yeah, I can tell you're not from around here.
Now we are. Kinda.
That sounds complicated. Trauma?
Yeah. Lots.
Yeah, I hear that. Way too much.
What about you and your friends? Road trip?
Not really. We kind of hop from place to place, hunting for little jobs. And
Must be a long ride.
that's okay. We hop on trains. Gives us time to rest.
Man, that sounds wicked.
You have no idea. It's free and so fucking fun. Well, unless you get caught or fall, but we've been lucky so far. That's the best. Nobody tells us what to do. No corporation owns us.
And you get to see so many cool places.
Exactly. Next stop is Humboldt County, California.
Stoner break.
Not even close. We actually got work over there.
Sean, what are you doing? We've hit the tree with Chris. It's all crooked like an old witch. Oh, hi. Who are you? Ooh, your hair looks so cool. Is it a wig?
Well, what do you think?
I don't know, but it's really cool. I'm Daniel. What's your name?
Hi, Daniel. I'm Cassidy. I dig your superhero outfit.
I'm on a secret mission with my friend. It's very dangerous.
I can tell. I hope you get your mission accomplished. And what's your name?
Oh, Sean. I thought I told you.
Now you did.
Sorry, you went through some shit with the guys. How much you make? You ready? Hello, pups.
Ooh, is that your doggy? So cool.
Yeah, he's been through a lot. Like most of us. So we adopted him. And he stinks. Yeah, you stink and you like it, huh?
Well, he's not the only one.
Have you checked your hair? I think it just twitched. You should keep your distance, dude.
She looks really cool, I think.
See? He knows I'm clean. You're the nasty one.
Yeah, you always go for those suburban boys.
Are you kidding? You want to talk about your scoreboard, hotshot?
Hey, no worries.
Come on, let's bail.
It was nice meeting you, Sean and Daniel.
Stay out of trouble, kids.
Goodbye.
Hope we see you on the rails someday.
Yeah. See you around.
Your doggy was so cute. I miss Mushroom.
I miss her too.
Hey, excuse me. Dogs have to be on a leash around here. Too many strays.
Sorry, dude. We don't do leashes.
Well, the city does. An unleashed dog is liable to a fine. So,
You're gonna fine our dog? Well, that's not very nice.
loitering is illegal too. And you don't live here, right? Right?
Calm down, sweetie. We're allowed to visit the Christmas market. Our dog's not gonna eat you. Look at him.
You better watch your mouth. You punks are always causing trouble. This is a nice town, okay?
Jeez. Someone needs to get laid.
He's out of pills.
That's it. I'm calling the cops.
Oh, God. He's gonna call the cops on us, Finn.
Chill out. We're leaving this shithole anyway. You guys don't even have a Santa, for Christ's sake.
Merry Christmas!
Fucking parasites.
Why did they fight? I don't get why he yelled like that. We should kick his ass, Sean.
No, drop it.
Better not get involved, man. This guy doesn't look nice.
You're right. They're pretty.
They're pretty. The balloons? Or the people?
So cool. How do I look, Sean?
Ridiculous.
Aw, you're jealous because I'm cute. You're a loss.
Seems...
Hey, you guys ready to go?
Yeah. All done.
Cool. Hop in.
I feel like in this episode, way more than any previous one, I'm accidentally, well, the one
Are you
previous
having
one.
too much fun back there? Yeah. That's what I thought.
That I'm like accidentally skipping dialogue. Like Sean just started to like say or think something to himself. And I cut it off by simply moving an extra step forward.
Looks like Daniel found a new brother.
No kidding. He dumped me like a rock.
I'm glad you two came along. It's great that Chris found a new friend out here. It looks like you did too. What's her name?
Cassidy? Cassidy.
Cute name. Do you like her?
I'm pretty sure that he does.
She was cool.
You're too quick! Ah!
Anyway,
Got ya!
it's good for me to get out too. We've had a rough time over the past couple of years. My wife, Emily, she died 2 years ago. Obviously, it was tough on Chris.
Shit. I'm sorry, man.
Thanks. It's been a struggle. Especially trying to be a good dad.
Do you have some kind of problems?
I'm just not the man I was. I shouldn't have even brought this up, just forget it.
No worries. Didn't mean to make you feel bad.
We all have our ups and downs, right? That's how life works. Your grandparents sure did have their share of downs too. But they're always there for us. For Chris, they seem like good people.
They're so nice, but... yeah, they have their problems too.
Sorry for bringing that up.
It's okay. I hope they don't stress out because we haven't come back.
Yeah, we should get you two home. Don't keep them waiting.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Want to set up that Christmas tree?
Yeah!
Well, I'll get there before you with my dadmobile.
No way you can beat Captain Spirit. See you later, Super Wolf.
This is making me really nervous. Okay, I was worried he was gonna like fall. His arm was gonna go underneath one of the tires.
Hello? Claire? Steven?
Looks like Grandma and Grandpa haven't come back from church yet.
Well, at least they won't yell at us for going out.
That was so cool to spend time with Chris at the market. Did you know Chris's mom was an artist?
I didn't. How so?
She drew comics. You should see her drawings. They're so cool. Just like yours.
Thanks, dude.
Hey.
What? What is it?
Sean? I want to go check on the room. Upstairs. I know it's Mom's. Please.
Daniel, you heard Claire. They will freak out if they know we went inside.
We won't tell them. We'll be in total stealth mode. They won't know anything if we make it quick. It's just... I really want to know what's inside. What kind of stuff she had. Chris has tons of things that belong to his mom. And I have nothing. Come on, Sean. You don't even have to come with me if you don't want to.
Fuck it. I'll come with you. So you don't make a mess and get us caught.
I was gonna say, he's making a really strong case. I mean, I know that Claire specifically said don't do it, and for me, just a very, very quick pause here. For me, Karen's a stranger. I don't know her. She doesn't mean anything to me, but it's so clear that she looms so large in Sean's memory. He's so angry about it. He's so hurt. And Daniel doesn't know her at all. He's so curious about his mom. How can you not? How can you not want to go in there? I don't think this is going to go well, but...
We'll find a way to open it.
Sean, this is super easy. I can just break the lock with my power.
Yeah, I could do that with a hammer. But let's try and find the key instead, alright?
Yeah, it's going to be in their bedroom.
I'm just gonna clean up real quick.
Sharp objects. Bit like Claire. Come on, little key. Don't be shy. Didn't know Claire had sleep troubles. Wonder what would have been different if Dad had taken us to church. How much more Irish can you be? Definitely not the one.
Wait, then put it back.
Way too small.
Then what do we need this for?
Let's see what it opens.
Oh, that doesn't feel good. To check on your objectives. Well, I have a sense on what the, oh.
Whoa. I'm just looking for a key. Not the crown jewels. Ew. Are these milk teeth? Not sure if it's gross or cute. But still, no key here.
Can we put that key back, then?
Who knew this sweet little muffin would turn into such a brat? Still super cute, though. Karen hated collecting trinkets. She used to say they were just useless dust traps. Love the outfits, guys. Man, he looks so different. So young. Yeah, no. No way I'm searching Claire's underwear.
So I really, really want to put that key back.
Come on, little key. Don't be shy.
Nope. Okay.
Okay, Steven. Where do you hide this key? We clearly don't share politics, but at least Steven doesn't preach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see Steven listening to old school pop rock music.
No, I suspect there's
Yeah,
something much more personal on
not
that
much
tape.
to see in here. Shit. These are Christmas presents? Let's not tell Daniel, or he'd freak.
Sean, I saw...
Clothes, old stuff. But definitely no hidden key.
Daniel was starting to say something, and once again, I sort of cut him off. So... I already looked at the sewing basket. We looked in the nightstand. Oh. Old box. Okay, good. He did take off his shoes because he's in his socks. I was going to say, you're going to leave big footprints over there?
Would be cool to ask Steven about his firefighting career. He must have had tons of small-town hero starter pack. Shit.
Sorry, I want to
Wish
hear...
I had the chance to find my thing, too.
I want to hear the rest of the medal.
Would be cool to ask Steven about his firefighting career. He must have had tons of things to tell. That would have been really useful when we lived in the woods. Karen's smile on this picture kind of reminds me of Daniel's.
Okay, and again, that's everything here.
Okay, Daniel. Think hard. What was she wearing?
Jeez. I think it was that weird, sweater thing.
Dude, you rock.
Okay, hold on. Find a way to get into Karen's room. Yes, that is what we're doing. Weird sweater thing. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go to, like, the... We're thinking that maybe she left the key in her clothing, is what I'm picking up, even though I apparently skipped that bit of dialogue. So do I go down to the laundry room? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Or maybe it's in the dirty laundry hamper?
Come on. Where is this cardigan? This whole house is pretty much a huge washing machine. Come on. Where is this cardigan?
Cardigan sweater.
No way she wore it to church.
Okay, so let's go check the laundry room then.
I gotta find a way to open that door.
No? Okay.
Daniel's gonna keep ranting about it.
Boy, I hope that we're not up against a timer, because I am not doing a good job of finding a cardigan sweater. You're in the rack? Like the towel rack? No. No, it's not hanging up. Don't see it here. She didn't shove it into a drawer. Not in the cabinet. Oh, and magically it is here.
Hey, I think that's the cardigan Claire was wearing yesterday. Yes. I found one key, so it better fit.
Just try it. Wow. There's not that much left. Where do you think they put the rest of her stuff?
It's her teenage room. I'm sure she sorted through her things before leaving for Seattle. The rest is probably packed in these boxes.
Sean? What do you think happened to all the stuff in my room? When we left?
I'm sure everything's still there. Like we left it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that was the right answer to give. I don't know if he might now think that he can just go home like nothing happened.
Hope you enjoyed your trips. So you didn't bail on us for nothing. I don't recognize any of these games. Read a lot of these in the 10th grade. Yawn. Guess the no phone rule wasn't such a thing back then. Okay, Daniel. You've seen everything you wanted to see? Claire and Steven will be home soon now.
Just 5 more minutes.
Man, that pen pal sure loved listening to her own voice.
Dear Karen, thank you so much for your letter. I thought you might have forgotten your pen pal. It's so boring out here, and your letters are the best thing ever. You were saying you get very lonely, too, sometimes up there in Beaver Creek, so I'm glad we found each other. It is funny, not that I have this big family, but I'm so jealous of you for being an only child. You get the whole house to yourself like a queen. I told you before how my stupid brother... Keaton, I think, is such an immature boy, even though he's the oldest of all my siblings. He thinks he's so cool now just because he has a driver's license, whatever. Just wait till we can drive, then we can visit each other. I hear my dad yelling about something, so I gotta bail before he gets to me. Please write back soon, and I'll write you as soon as you do. Your only favorite pen pal, Emma. I miss you.
Yeah. You finally left forever. Coward.
I hear the green choir singing in the forest in the ancient gray, wrapping me in their wood spell, their song, the roots like fuses that explode in reverse. When I hide in my heart, hearing that sound, that makes me feel older than the forest, older than you, but younger than the crying river at my feet. If I slid into the soil, would the voices muffle, like my face in the pillow, so nobody knows I'm there? I could sneak in through the wormholes, but that would be lonely. Lead down. So over the treetops, over the river, I feel myself leaving forever.
Is that an amethyst?
That's how Mom used to smell.
She was into New Age bullshit. These pictures are so... random.
They're minerals, Marie.
They looked happy. How could she send all of this to hell?
Why would they remove all the pictures?
I think I remember that one. Karen showed it to me once. Ulysses, because they made them sad.
Yeah. Dad did the same thing too. I've never seen any picture of Mom in our home.
Hey Daniel, check this out. His name is Ulysses.
Like the hero?
I guess.
So cool.
It's like she almost never
Hi,
used those.
Ulysses.
They want to forget anything related to Karen. I can relate. I miss my skateboard
So,
and going to the
friend of my
park
mommy's?
with Lila.
I hope she took good care of you.
Karen liked to take pictures of strangers when we walked down the streets. Never been a big fan of hiking. But here I was,
Did she take
walking my
you
way
with
down
her
to
when
Mexico.
she went on trips?
I think I saw a moon
My mom
eclipse
loved it
once,
so much.
before Daniel was born. Karen was still with us then.
Oh, sorry. I really want to close it. These kids are
Not
the
that
absolute
lucky anymore,
worst
little
at,
bear.
like, hiding the fact that they've been in here.
This playlist is boring as hell. I miss my music.
And I know he wants to play it. We should go. Oh, and we can't. Okay. So we've looked in the boxes. We might have to play the, thing. Oh, wait, the one book. We didn't look at the one book.
Hope you
Yes, we
enjoyed
did.
your trips. So you didn't bail on us for nothing.
All right. Big fan of that family picture. Maybe that's what we didn't look at.
They looked happy.
Yep. No, we saw that too.
How could you send all of this to hell?
Okay. I feel like we have to play the CD player, and my concern is that when we do this, that's going to be exactly when Claire and Steven come home.
I think it's not plugged.
I suspect that Claire has an encyclopedic knowledge of exactly where absolutely everything in this room is, and like she's immediately gonna know that they were in here.
The fuck is wrong with this? Oh, hiding spot. Smart. So, Karen was already serious about running away. Why did you wait that long?
So we went from Portland to New York. Oh, I found one souvenir out of all of them. Okay, look. Okay, can we leave now? Nope. All right, can I talk to Daniel? Not that I can see. So, wait. Oh, the letter. Did I really not look at this?
Why would Claire lock these up in here?
Is that for Mom? Huh? Let me see.
Daniel! Come on.
What's it say? Read it.
Seriously, stop. Here, how about this?
I've heard the news about Seattle. Please help my boys if they come to you. What?
That's current.
Why did they hide this from us?
I don't know.
You can reach me at this address. It's a P.O. box I use sometimes. What's a P.O. box?
Well, a cop-out. In this case.
I beg you, please help my sons.
Oh yeah, right. Total bullshit.
What do you mean? She cares about us.
Well, I don't.
Maybe she changed her mind. We could try and contact her.
You don't even know her, okay? Don't get any wrong ideas. We should just stick to our plan. For now.
Can I read it again?
Yeah. Then we gotta go.
My goodness.
Oh, shit.
Excuse me. What are you both doing in here? Except visibly. Ransacking our house while we're at church?
Claire, we're sorry. But we just wanted to...
No one ever told you that everything you say before a butt has no value? You know you shouldn't be in here.
Claire, please, calm down.
No, Stephen. They went way out of line here. We specifically told you to stay out of this room.
I just wanted to see my mom's stuff.
This isn't her room anymore. There is nothing to see in here. It's time you learn to respect some rules.
Actually, we did find something.
Yeah, we found a new letter from my mom. She said she wants to see us. But you didn't even tell us.
She's not my daughter anymore, or your mother. She burned all those bridges. One letter doesn't change what she did to me, all of us. She is not welcome back.
Just don't blame us for being curious about her.
But I know her better than anybody. She hasn't changed, she just feels guilty.
I can't hear that.
Listen, Sean. I know life has been tough on you the past month. Bless your souls. And we put up with a lot of things. But that, going through our stuff, our personal belongings, well, that shows you don't respect us. We could go to jail just for helping you. This is how you pay us back? Well, things are just going to change around here if you want to stay.
Man, I think I see why Mom left now. She couldn't put up with your stupid rules anymore.
Oh, so that's what you think. Then let me tell you something.
Huh?
Stephen!
Oh, shit! Get this goddamn thing off me!
Stephen, no! Hold on, honey, we'll get it off!
No! Stop!
What?
My legs!
Oh. Look. If it's hinging down on his legs, it could cause permanent damage. It could break his ankles. He could have permanent mobility problems.
Do it, Daniel! Now!
Do what? What's going on? Oh, Lord, what are you doing, Daniel? Oh, my baby, Stephen, are you okay?
Now I am. Thanks to Daniel. You were right, Claire. I should have fixed that cupboard months ago. I guess my laziness will get me someday.
What in the name of God was that all about? That's impossible. What are you, Daniel?
Claire. Listen.
They saved me, Claire. That's all that matters.
Maybe it was a miracle. Oh, thank you, Lord. It's the sheriff.
Stephen? Claire?
Sean, I didn't.
It's about your grandson.
We didn't call them.
I know, Grandma.
Someone called us. We know they've been here. They were spotted at the Christmas market earlier today.
Sean, what are we gonna do?
Go hide in the garage.
No. No way. If the police searches the house, that makes the two of you accomplices.
Get your bags and go out the back door. I'll distract him.
Really?
Yes. Now, get the hell out of here.
I know you're in here. Your car's in the driveway.
So sorry for everything. I wish we could have helped you more. I wish you could stay here with us. Watch out for your brother, Sean.
Yes. Be careful. We'll see you as soon as we can, okay?
Thanks for helping us. Both of you.
Oh, we love you. Now hurry up.
Daniel, wait for me while I go upstairs.
I have a lot to say about this scene, this whole thing, but it was, I thought, really, really, really well handled. I don't... Boy, she's good to hold them at the door. Although, if I was Sean, I would have gone around the other way.
Move your ass, bro. Shit. This way.
I thought we did such a good job of just, like, playing it casual. I mentioned in the first episode that Sean has the unique ability to make any topic of conversation awkward and suspicious. And I thought that he played it pretty well at the Christmas fest. Oh, God! Okay, so I suspect that we're probably pretty close to the end, but screw it, let's just let it ride. That was horrifying.
Why? Why did Chris jump in front of that car, Sean? Why?
He's okay, Enano. The car barely touched him.
You said I should be more careful. But because of you, I didn't do anything, and I could have.
Hey, you don't know what could have happened, okay? What's done is done.
You didn't even let me check on him. What if he is dead?
I said I would never lie to him again.
Daniel, we don't know that, okay? So, stop jumping into conclusions. We'll catch up on him as soon as we can.
But I need to know.
You will. Just later. When it's safe.
Sean, I'm tired of running away. I don't want to be a superhero anymore.
You don't have to use your power if you don't want to.
I know, but sometimes I can help, and how do I know when to use it?
You don't. You can only trust your guts. And listen to your brother.
You think we'll see Grandma and Grandpa again?
I don't know. We'll see.
Where are we gonna go now? See Mom?
No way, man. We don't need her, okay?
But she said she wanted to find us.
We stick to the plan. We go to Puerto Lobos. That's where we belong. No one will tell us what to do. We can be whoever we want.
You think? I don't know.
Trust me, man. From now on, we make our own rules. Look, I wanted to wait until then, but we kind of need a little cheer, so Merry Christmas, Enano.
For me? Thanks, Sean. Hey. Listen.
There's our ride. Come on.
Oh, is it Cassidy and Finn? Oh, no, it's just a train. I bet Cassidy and Finn are aboard. Also, unless they tied a woman to the tracks further down so that this thing has to stop, it's going at a pretty good pace. Is there a plan to jump onto this thing? Not with a hoverboard.
It's me, you've come to take my duality away.
Jeez, okay, I don't know. I felt like it was going way faster than that. And again, as much as I'd like to listen to this song, here it comes again, so I can't afford to let it play off. I wonder if the voice actor who played Cassidy is also the singer here, because sometimes productions will sub in a different voice to do a song. Okay, well, I'm glad that we didn't cut it for part 4, because this turned out to be... I had a feeling that we were pretty darn close. So, I am going to take the volume on the music down. I'll be right back. Okay, so hopefully that's sort of running in the background, but is a little bit less overpowering for the conversation. I will also say that having let these credits run all the way through for the previous episode, and I mean all the way through, around the time that it gets to some of the, Square Enix Japan, Square Enix Spain, some of the other auxiliary credits will probably jump out, but I do want to make sure that the main development team is credited here, because what great work they're doing. So yeah, as discussed, it's been several years. If you look into our collections tab on Twitch, you will find the one and only video for The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. I'm not sure that I would consider that required viewing, but it was certainly enriching to this experience to have some familiarity with them. I guess we're now leaving that area altogether. I do hope that we get, before the end of the game, some sort of clarity on how Chris is. That was, I thought, when that scene was setting up, the series of things that flashed in my memory of, okay, the cop sees us, lights are coming on, Chris has jumped in front, the cop is accelerating. The people who made this have a very, very low opinion of law enforcement and whether or not they are capable of acting in a style that protects the public good when they see that they have some sort of a high-profile collar on the line. Surely Daniel is going to push Chris out of the way with his telekinetic powers, and then Chris just gets, like, not head-on rammed by the car, but gets hit real good. Like, broken arm and concussion at a minimum, and possibly much, much worse than that. And that was absolutely shocking. I just didn't see that coming. So that was very well put together. Now, the scene that preceded it was interesting to me because I did not feel, I didn't know that Quantic Dream collaborated on this. I did not feel that Claire was being unreasonable. I felt that Claire was being emotional. And I felt that Daniel was being emotional, and Steven was being emotional, and Sean was being emotional. And I thought that it just played really, really well. So I want to just take a quick look here. So Sean Diaz is played by Gonzalo Martin, Daniel by Roman George, Claire Reynolds was by Nancy Kronig. What a great voice she has, by the way. John O'Connell was Stephen Reynolds. Charles Erickson, was Nick Apostolides, which I'm probably mispronouncing it. Chandler Mantione was Christopher. Cassidy was Sarah Bartholomew. Finn was Matthew Gallenstein. Then we've got Nick, May. Oh, we didn't call Lila, so we didn't get to hear from May Pack. And I'm just curious, when it comes up for the credit for the song, I'm curious if we will recognize the name there. I thought it was really well handled that Claire comes home and finds them in the room, and I think there's an element to what she says when she says we could get in trouble with the law just for having you here. What I didn't hear in that moment was necessarily an accusation. I think it could be easily read that way. However, what I think she was doing was giving voice to a concern that had been lurking in the back of her mind, and she was saying this thing aloud in a way that comes off it as accusatory, but is more like revealing the sense of betrayal that she felt. This room of Claire's was sacrosanct. It is a place that brings her a tremendous amount of pain, and yet she cannot afford to let it go. And it's clearly been a point of high tension between herself and her husband, and something that they've sort of like come to terms with, where she's going to go in there and mourn the loss of her daughter, and he is not. I guess I don't understand all of the ins and outs of it, but then she comes home and finds this space violated by these two people that the two kids who I earnestly think that she had come to care about, but the shock of it brought out some things that had also been on her mind, that we could get really in a lot of trouble for helping them. We are going to help them. I never once believed that they were going to go to the cops, because like when the cops showed up and she turned to them and said, wait, no, we didn't do this. It didn't even occur to me that they had. So here we're getting to like the Square Enix External Studios project team, and I want to jump over and see the results screen. So maybe we'll see what the next category is. But what I'm saying here is that like there's a way to view those events where Claire is suddenly like, let's just let it. Well, what's the point of doing that? Let's leave. Okay, so let's read some of this stuff. 36%. Wow, I wasn't even the majority of this. Really? Sorry. 36% threw the snowball properly. Yes. What is the point of... We're practicing. We're just practicing to see if he can deflect or catch the snowball. Why are we going to fastball it at his head? What's the point of doing that? Lob it gently, let him deflect that, and then if he's feeling up to it, throw a laser beam like 2 feet to his right. And if he still has that and he's ready for it and he knows it's coming, then maybe you can ditch one at his head. He didn't seem to want to do any of that stuff, so it was fine. Also, threw a snowball at Mushroom. Wow, that honestly did not occur to me, and I suspect it didn't occur to many people. So, threw a snowball at Daniel and Mushroom was 11%. All right, I'm relieved to have thrown it properly, which is a very judgmental way to. They could have said you threw a snowball gently or past Daniel, but instead they went with properly, which is apparently what the developers say was correct. 55% intervened and scared the cougar off. I am legitimately surprised. I thought that I would very much be in the minority on that because of what the cougar did. Because the cougar killed the very cute and adorable puppy that spent the early, all of the points in the episode prior to that endearing itself to our hearts. I hated the fact that Mushroom was killed. And I wanted to go after the cougar. I wanted to do that. However, we have to think about how Daniel is absorbing the lessons that he's learning, and the idea that he can mete out justice because he's powerful enough to do so is extremely dangerous. That level of judgment to put into the hands of how old is Daniel? Do we think 9-10 years old? It never, you know what? I don't think it occurred to me before this. Did we know in episode 1 exactly how old he is? I'm not sure. 89% prayed together with Claire and Daniel. I did that for 2 reasons. First of all, I'm trying to remember, but I believe that Sean and Esteban had made some sort of reference to religion that I could be wrong about this. I want to say that I mean, as I say this, I'm not sure that I can remember any crosses or crucifixes or other religious paraphernalia around the house, but I thought that there was some passing reference to it. I could be wrong about that, but mostly I prayed together with Claire and Daniel because it was important to Claire, and we are guests in her home. When we eat here, we do not say grace ahead of meals. If I am eating with others for whom saying grace is important, of course I'll participate because it's important to them. And to me, it's just not important one way or the other. So of course I would defer as a matter of courtesy to the person who does care a lot about it. So yeah, I don't know. I felt I'm not surprised to be in the majority on that. 6% refused, 2% Claire prayed alone, and at 3% no one prayed. How would you even get to those other percentages? That's a rhetorical question, but that's surprising. A perfect 50-50 split. Look at that. for whether or not you confessed to Stephen about Daniel's power or pretended you didn't know anything. I will say again, it didn't occur to me for 1 second that he was actually asking if Stephen had telekinetic superpowers. It wasn't until after we pretended not to know anything. It was like, yeah, it feels like this supernatural, like this force of the Lord. It's like, wait, what? And I kept waiting for him to then do that thing where he explains a little bit further, and you realize, like, oh, he has extremely odorous farts. That's what you're talking. But no, he was straight up asking about it, and that was another reason. Even if not for that, I would have had Daniel end his suffering by lifting the very heavy cabinet up off of him. I was even more inclined to do that since it felt like Stephen had begun to suspect that there was something extra natural happening and also was being pretty cool about it. So we'll go one over. 76% helped with extra chores, 24% did not, which raises the question for me, did a quarter of the people not care about doing it? Did they deliberately not do it? Or were they doing an additional playthrough? Drienne Levaud, a very good friend of the channel, recently did a scumbag run through of the Walking Dead franchise and deliberately, intentionally did all of the worst options available. Was that people replaying, for example? 71% joined us in telling Daniel he did the right thing when he saved Chris. Yes. I mean, I don't Daniel asked at one point, what are the powers good for? What do you suppose? What's the point of having them? To help people, to save people. I am very surprised they didn't shove Chris out of the way of the car. I'm worried that when we get to page 7, it'll be like, you and 2% of people didn't save Chris from getting in front of the car. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm not surprised that was the majority choice. 56% of people didn't use Stephen's laptop to log into your profile. I'm actually somewhat surprised to be in the majority on that, because we were in the minority of people who called Lila in the first episode. So I would expected people to do that. Maybe that call doesn't go super well. So most people didn't do that. 67% also did not use the phone to call Lila here. But what are the other options there? 25% used the phone to call Lila. 7% couldn't talk to Lila and lied to her mother, and 1% of people, 1%, couldn't talk to Lila and told the truth to her mother. Those are very small percentages. Congratulations to the people who got those, and or my condolences. All right, 77% of people didn't gain Chris's trust. Oh, for what? How would you have done that? The little picture that it shows is them heroes and villains. Jeez, I didn't realize there was something else tied up in that. 18% of people gained Chris's trust and got him to open up about his father, and 5% gained Chris's trust but then didn't ask about his father. Honestly, if I had somehow, this many years later, remembered what the sides were on the heroes and villains, I don't think I would have asked about his father either, because it feels like a lot to ask a juvenile, and I know that Sean himself is a juvenile, but a lot to ask a juvenile who you met the day before, and also, by the way, believes he has superpowers. He's going through a lot right now. I'm not sure that I would have raised that as a topic of conversation, but I don't know. We weren't privy to that part of it. 57% chose to protect Daniel's secret and told him to be careful. Yeah, I understand and empathize with the 43% of people who wanted him to stop lying to Chris. Oh God, what if him going to go tell the truth to Chris stops Chris from getting hit by the car? Oh, that did not occur to me until right this moment. Shit, that feels real bad. Oh, I hope that wasn't it. Anyway, 58% of people did not listen to Cassidy's song at the end. I will state one last time for the record, I absolutely would have listened to her song for the end, except, as has happened even recently, Twitch and other channels will mute you or hit you with a copyright strike if you have music like that on. And I don't know if they're allowed to play that. I don't know if I'm allowed to play that. Otherwise, I absolutely would have let it ride through. 34% of people drew a spaceship for Chris. Interestingly, 50% of people didn't draw for Chris at all. So that would lead me to believe that those people just didn't sit down and do the sketch at all because he comes up during that. But maybe you can take steps where Chris doesn't feel comfortable talking to you. And together that adds up to half of all people. I went with at first I was inclined to go with the zombies, but I was thinking to myself, the last time that Daniel was a zombie is not exactly a happy memory for him, so maybe that's not a great choice. And then it occurred to me, the spaceship. We saw the spaceship in the bedroom. He got that as a toy, so that seemed like a pretty cool theme for him. 57% of people bought a Christmas present for Daniel. I would not have been surprised to be in the minority of that. 33% stole a Christmas present for Daniel, and 10% found several Christmas presents for Daniel. Oh, well, I found several ones. I just couldn't afford any of them, so moving on. 90%... 90% of people didn't get involved in Charles's problems. Here's the thing. Again, Sean is, what, 16? We actually do know this, and I don't remember it off the top of my head from the first episode. I think he's a junior. So that's like, he's 17. Charles has had a complicated life, and also he's an adult. And maybe I'm in putting too much of myself into this character, but I simply would not have asked further questions to him about that. So I was just like, no, man, it's cool. I was as an adult, I would have approached Charles rather differently. My mind is on who is Sean and what is Sean's role in the story, which right now is to keep his head down and to avoid drawing too much suspicion. So that's where we were. 82% of people let Daniel use his power to help Stephen, and he wasn't hurt. And then 18% of people chose to pull Stephen out together and injured his leg. Wow, that's exactly what I was worried about happening, injuring his leg. So let me tell you this. If we had pulled him out and Claire had looked at Daniel and said, oh my God, heathen, blood of the devil, the mark of the beast, get out, help, police, I still would have felt good about the choice because we were working to protect someone who was injured. And if the response to that would have been suspicion and ostracization and being exiled, so be it. But I wanted to do the best thing that we could, and I'm not going to say that it was a super easy choice because I was concerned, but I would have made the same choice under almost... The only way that I would have felt bad is if it proved that the cabinet was so heavy that Daniel couldn't hold it up and it wound up like lifting up and then falling back down on him. But I felt comfortable with that. I was like, honest to God, these were all things that were going through my head. When he lifted the very heavy rock, remember that? I was like, okay, I think he's strong enough. I think he can do this. It seems to be getting stronger with time. So... there we go. 42%, the cops chased you and Chris was hit by a car. God damn it, no! 39% of people, the cops chased you and Chris wasn't hit by a car. The cops didn't chase you and Chris helped you escape. So, here's my best guess. Oh, I feel so bad. Here's my best guess. Well, okay, also, at least I feel bad along with the majority of other people who also got that result. But I would have desperately loved to have been in that 19%. Does the 19% reflect somehow the people that were able to get Chris to confide in them? Let's go back. Yeah, look, it's 18% who opened up about Chris's trust. And the percentages are always going to have a little bit of margin for error depending on how they're rounded. So yeah, I think it's the 19% who gained Chris's trust. And then, oops. And then... that percentage, Chris comes and helps you escape. That's my guess about it. I would love to know the 39% who the cops chased you and Chris wasn't hit by a car. Does that go to the people who told Daniel to stop lying. 43% said to stop lying. 40% the cops chased you and Chris wasn't hit by a car. Yeah, so it seems like maybe there's some other factors in there, but yeah. So apparently I made the perfect sequence of choices to get a little kid hit by a cop car. Not as many choices as the cop himself made, and let's just say one word of fairness on that. It is a snow-covered road. Like, he's not on asphalt in the middle of summer. He might have... Chris was wearing bright red. Like, he's so easy to see. Okay, moving on. 58% Daniel did not continue to swear. Okay, I feel good about that. However, Sean does continue to swear, which every time he does, I'm like, dude, you can't yell at Daniel and then continue to swear in front of him. 28% of people, Daniel lost the dice game. Interesting. I didn't care if I won or lost. I was doing it to play a game with Daniel. So that was my only goal there. 42% of people let him win the dice game while cheating. The only thing I can imagine is that it didn't occur to them to look up at Daniel, because if you remember, you're aiming down at the dice game, and I had to look up at Daniel and be like, hey, and then I saw that I could interact with him. Maybe 42% of people just didn't know that they could stop the cheating. 55% of people, Daniel didn't kill the cougar. Now, wait, 45% of people, Daniel did kill the cougar. So, let me go back to that one real quick. 45% of people, you let Daniel kill the cougar. 45% of people, Daniel killed the cougar. Okay, so it seems to be just a 1-for-1 there. 55%, Daniel was not able to bury mushroom, and then 45% of people... Daniel was able to bury mushroom properly. Oh, those seem like... The percentages are identical, so it doesn't seem like there's a choice involved there, except for whether or not you allow him to kill the cougar. However, the fact that he's not able to bury his puppy, that could have an impact. 96% Daniel agreed to pray. Interesting. So... God, maybe if you, like, have him kill the cougar and, like, really harden him, he won't pray. I wonder if that's... Like, here we're looking at choices that we don't get to make, that Daniel is making based on what he's learned, and it's interesting to try to deconstruct what's happening there. 23%, Daniel tidied the room. Oh, awesome! Daniel didn't want to tidy the room. Well, I assume for 100% of people, Daniel didn't want to tidy the room, but we're in the 23% of people... who did it. And for 3% of people, Daniel wasn't asked to help with the chores. I made no intentional effort to ask him to help with the chores. So I feel like, although we're not in the majority, I'm certainly pleased with where we went there. 50% of people, 57%, Daniel wasn't asked to tell the truth to Chris. For 18% of people, Daniel obeyed and told Chris the truth about his power. And for 25% of people, Daniel was told to tell the truth, but he continued lying to Chris. Interesting. Wow. I love the fact that he has, like, his own reactions to things. Overall, Daniel was repressed from using his power for 58% of people, but for 42% of people, overall, he was encouraged to use his power. I'm really trying to encourage him to use his power safely and responsibly and subtly. Anyway, 43% of people... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at the fourth one down. 18% of people, Daniel didn't have to save Chris, but 39% of people, Daniel used his power to save Chris from the car. He... I feel like encouraging him to have stopped Chris from falling, combined with encouraging him to save Steven from underneath the thing, would have started to underscore the message that you use your power to save people and to help people. I guess that wasn't successful. We're in the majority. It's not a good majority. Wow. Okay. 33% of people, Daniel blamed you for Chris's accident. 58% of people, Daniel didn't blame anyone because Chris was fine. Well, that's just super. What is that? 39 plus 18%? That's cool. And then 9% of people, Daniel blamed himself for Chris's accident. I don't know how to feel about the fact that he's blaming. Here's the concern. If Daniel begins to feel that Sean is holding him back or giving him bad and dangerous advice, and he stops listening to Sean altogether, who knows what he's going to do? And then 43%, Daniel was too upset to enjoy his presence. I don't know how to feel about that. If I reached this stage here and it said 50%, 57% of people, Daniel was, he enjoyed his early Christmas presents, I think the concern that I would have in my head is that Daniel would start to feel rewarded for using his powers to save, like, Chris, for example. That here's your prize for doing the right thing. So the fact that he's upset is arguably a good thing, in that he has a conscience and he cares about the well-being of others. So those are my thoughts. I'm trying to think if there's anything that's not covered here that we might want to talk about. We talked about the scene with them, with things getting very tense inside the house, and how I actually thought that was really well handled, in that it was a moment of escalating emotions, but not in a way that made anybody feel like a villain or like they were being completely irrational. There's a lot of high emotion tied up in Karen and what her departure has done. Oh, I will say one more thing. On the topic of things that never once occurred to me, Karen has been such a large figure in the story that I was starting to wonder, within this episode for the very first time, do you think that we are going to see Karen? What never occurred to me was the idea that Karen had reached out via letter to Claire and Stephen and said, I heard about what happened in Seattle. If my boys come to you, please help them. The idea, I guess I just wouldn't necessarily have expected this story about a couple runaway kids and one dead cop to have been nationwide news, given everything that's happening in the year 2021 and 2022. But maybe as recently as 2016, the news cycle was calibrated differently, and this would have been like a much bigger story. I don't know, but It's surprising to me that she would have heard, to a point that it makes me think that maybe she was deliberately keeping tabs on them. That's probably not true. It was probably just like a national story and she recognized the names. But the fact that she wrote to them and expressed concern for her kids, I just absolutely did not see that coming. I'm sitting here thinking, I know that she left. Is she even still alive? Is she even still in the country? Is she blitzed out on methadone someplace? And, well, methadone doesn't give you the high, but is she just like checked into a methadone clinic someplace and completely disengaged from news of the day? The fact that she's highly aware of the fact that her kids have been involved in some sort of are currently involved in some sort of a manhunt, that was a big twist that I did not see coming. And it makes me think that maybe that we know that they got on a train. Did they specify that they were headed down to California? Are they still trying to get to Mexico? Or are they headed to that P.O. box that Daniel wanted to see the letter a second time and maybe memorized where that was? Here's a P.O. box that I use sometime. It's a thought. Are they going to go see Claire now? Because I kind of suspect that maybe Daniel would want to do that. And on the big list of possible questions, is it conceivable that the reason that Claire left was because Claire started to exhibit some sort of unusual abilities and was worried for the safety of her own family? Is that possible? It feels a little bit fantastical, but We have no reason to believe that Esteban had any abilities whatsoever. Sean doesn't appear to. I will again raise the possibility that that explosion at the very beginning was actually caused by Sean in a much more powerful and much less controlled way. I don't think that's true, but it's at least on the table. If Esteban didn't have any abilities and Sean doesn't have any abilities, but Daniel does, maybe Claire does too. And maybe that was one of the reasons that she suddenly decided to take off. She'd always wanted to travel, but maybe that wasn't the way that it went down. Maybe it wasn't built out of desire. Maybe it was, suddenly things started going weird for her. And she was like, I can't control this. I can't keep my family safe. I have to leave for their safety. It's on the table now. Anyway, I'm going to go, we have to just break for 1 second so I can turn the volume back up, and we're going to see if we get any sort of post-credit sequence, and then that'll be it. So we'll see you again in just a few seconds. Please pardon the silence. All right, sorry, that invariably takes longer than I would like for the dead air. And now let's go ahead and hit continue.
So, this is it?
Yeah.
It looks like a nettle field. And it stinks.
Yeah. And your stinky feet will cover the smell.
Shut up! They don't!
Come on. I'll show you around.
I didn't master Cassidy's voice enough to know if that was her or not. But probably. I doubt very much that we've seen the last of Cassidy and Finn. So, that's it. That is the entirety of episode 2 of Life is Strange 2 Rules, and we will see you guys again, according to the playlist, possibly in just seconds, but for us it will be another full week until we are back to continue with the next part of the game. And that's everything that I have to say. You guys, thank you so much for joining us for this most recent episode, and we'll see you again very soon for episode 3. Until then, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.